What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about an interesting subject. We're going to be talking about are Gen Zs quiet quitters, aka are Gen Zs lazy, is the way I see it. So this article comes from The Hill and it's entitled, Gen Z Stop Quiet Quitting and Dream Out Loud. Now let's be realistic. Before I even get into reading the article, what the fuck does what does that even mean? Quiet quitting. Basically, quiet quitting is doing the bare minimum that the job requires you to do. So if you work for me, you aren't going to do anything extra above what I ask you to do. You're not going to do anything extra. You're going to do basically what I pay you for, which is what a job is. I trade you money for your time. So quiet quitters are basically people who show up to work, do the bare minimum. They show up at the right time and they leave at the right time every day, because they're trading their time for money. That's what a job is. So let's get into the article. Personally, I want to live my dreams and be creative. I want to create. I want to do what I'm passionate about. Why would I really? Who wants to work a meaningless job for their whole life? And not to say that you don't want to stay at the same job. Who wants to work a job that's crappy? Not necessarily crappy, because let's be realistic, we live in a gig economy now. Who wants to be an Uber driver for their whole life? A DoorDash driver, Uber Eats driver, work at Walmart, work at Target, work here or there for their whole life. I want to live my dreams and live a purposeful life. Why am I being reprimanded because I don't want to do but the bare minimum at a job that I don't care about? That's the way the world works. Also, why would I exceed what I'm expected? When you hire me to work a job, I do what you pay me to do. You give me a set of parameters, a set of responsibilities, and that's what I do. Nothing more, nothing less. How can you even look down upon a person for showing up and doing what they're supposed to do and then going home to their family, their life, their purpose, their passions, their hobbies? What do you want? Like, basically, this article is indicating that we should all be slaves and work. If we got to work 8 hours, tell boss we're going to stay an extra 4 to work on his dream. That's just not realistic, and nobody wants to do that. Also, and then the third point he makes in this section is work your pay. If you pay me $7.25 an hour, I'm going to do $7.25 an hour work. If you pay me $15 an hour, I'm going to do $15 an hour work. If you pay me $50 an hour, I'm going to do $50 an hour kind of work. That's how jobs work. Money is an incentive to make people do things. You're delusional if you think that you're going to pay people minimum wage and they're going to show up and bust their ass for you. Let's get into the next section. First of all, most people's first job, even out of college, most people want you to have a college degree and then give you an entry-level position. So I'm a fan of the idea of job shopping, which I guess is, making this guy's point. But, I'm a fan of job shopping. You know what I mean? Like, the best raise is a new job, baby. Why would I sit here and you pay me $20 an hour when Steve over here will pay me $35 an hour for the same job or a job that's less work? Why, I pose you the question, would I do that? That doesn't make any kind of economical sense. Why would I do less for more? Why would I do more for less? That doesn't make sense on any plane of reality. That's not even good math. And then he says most people don't see their first job as a forever job. Like I said, most people's first job is terrible. We live in a gig economy, a service economy, at least if you're in America. It's not fair to say that because we don't live in a world where you could go get a job somewhere and work that job until you die, because we don't manufacture anything in America, really. What are you going to be? Like I said, you're going to be an Uber driver until you die? That's going to be your forever job? You're going to work your first entry-level job and feel like you're going to work your way up through the ranks and work harder than the next guy and you're going to get a promotion? Let's be realistic. If everybody worked hard, only one person can get the promotion. This isn't even a realistic standard to abide by. This doesn't make any sense when you really look at it, right? And then the third point, more money for less work just makes sense. Why would I take a job breaking my back for $5, $10 an hour when I could have a job making $25 an hour doing less work? That doesn't even, those two things, like I said, they don't even add up. Why would I go above and beyond what's required of me at the job and build somebody else's dream? It just doesn't, you can't make this make sense. You know what I mean? You can't make it make sense. Why would you do extra when I'm not paying you for extra? That, and then not even necessarily that I'm not paying you for extra. You're gonna do extra and then not get anything for it. You're not gonna get more money. You're probably gonna, you get a raise, what is it gonna be, 25 cents, $1? And you're gonna break your back making somebody else's dream a reality, making Steve over here his fortune. That is a ridiculous standard to try to hold anyone to. You know, I wanna be fulfilled by my work and I wanna live a fulfilled life and I want to feel like my life was worth something. Not just I worked at XYZ place, shitty dead end job for 45 years and retired. We obviously are just built different because we want more than that. We want to live a life that actually means something. You know, I don't want to wake up every day and go grind to death. I mean, yeah, that's the way the world is, but we live in a world where there's just more options than that. People make content, make money. People, you can make movies, you can do anything. Why would I really want that for myself when I know I can have better? And yes, my job is a means to an end, right? Or the means is work and the end is money. Like I said earlier, you're trading your time for money. So like I said, you're gonna get the equivalent work for the money that you're paying. It's like doing math. It's 2 + 2 = 4. If you do a very dangerous job, you get paid more. This all makes sense to me, but obviously this guy has some kind of disconnect with what people think, feel, and believe because nobody wants to work hard for somebody else. That's just the way it is. And then finally on this point, why would I waste my creativity, my ideas, my talents on a job that's worthless, a dead-end job? Why would I waste my creativity, my God-given talents on somebody else's dreams? Man, that doesn't even really make sense, man. I just don't understand how anybody can sit up here and honestly believe that that's how you should live, right? And it would be one thing if you could get a good job and, you know, out of college and stick with it forever, but we live in the world that boomers and Gen X's or all these people, millennials, built for us. And I hate to break it to you, and I don't want to be negative, but it's both better and worse. At the end of the day, man, it's a simple reality, man. People are going to do the amount of work that you pay them for. So if you want us, Gen Zs, to stop quiet quitting, the solution is simple. Pay people more money. All money is a tool, an incentive to work. If you didn't get paid, nobody would work. So it's foolish to think that people would do more work than they're getting paid for. That's just not ideal. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. That pretty much wraps it up. You know, if you love the video, like it. If you hate the video, dislike it. Either way, tell me why in the comments. I'll get back with y'all in the next one.